Hello, thanks for watching video number 2 of my project, which is to control the Doug Hall voter system I have in my main repeater site in Moline by using a Beagle bone and the USB GPIO. So what I've done to this point is I've transferred all the information I learned from my proto board over here onto this project board and made it more permanent. Some of the things I need to do yet is the LEDs that are here. As you can see, the LEDs that are here, I'm going to move a copy of those. I'm going to go a copy of those out to the front of this panel here. So I'll have 8 output lights on here to represent the 8 outputs that I have. The 8 inputs will go in directly to the Beagle through this wires here. Our inputs, they go to the resistors and some quench diodes to keep the spikes off the inputs to protect the GPIO. Outputs go through this diode to protect the voter equipment on this side. It sees it as an open collector that way. Alright, first demonstration we'll do is we will read the input states. The input state currently is based on the input connector here. Pin number 1 is input 1. Pin number 9 on the output plug is ground. So I have a pin 1 to ground situation going on here. So we'll play that back and see what it tells me. Okay, so it told me successfully that we have number 1 pulled to ground. I'm going to turn a receiver site off. I'll turn the main receiver site off.
Main receiver off.
Okay, so what we've done since we've begun also some software changes. Instead of just playing outputs on and off, it plays the site name on and off. It also was converted from being a standalone on the same Beagle to a client-server situation. So the server section is running here on this Beagle, and the client's running on my ACID install of Asterisk App RPT, which is based in my server room at work. So the main computer for my repeater at Moline is based in my server room at work. And then it uses a remote terminal product to interface with the repeater. So this is at the site with the voter. The main system is down in my server room at work. So it's got a long distance to travel. So but this server client, that means I don't have to log on to this box like I did before to actually get information out of it. I can actually do it over the net server client, which is much nicer. Alright, I'm going to disable the second receiver in my list.
Downtown receiver off.
And I'll do the third one.
Cedar Springs area receiver off.
Okay, so now you can see that those lights are on. That means that these outputs on this connector 1 through 3 are now held low to disable those inputs on my receiver voter controller. So I'll turn it back on.
Main receiver on. Downtown receiver on. Cedar Springs area receiver on.
Alright, so that basically shows you how that all works. I've done some other software things, like I've asked it to, I've made a little server client program like I said before. I have the server running out of the daemon mode right now, so you can actually see what it does. So I got it where it actually displays information on my screen, and you can see exactly what information you might get. Right now you can see that I got a query. Actually it was command 110, which says which is setting output GPIO 10 to the state of 0, which is releasing it from ground, which causes the Cedar Springs area receiver to be on. And it tells you all that right there. If I do another one,
Left receiver off.
okay, I turned number 8 off, which was really output number 16. I turned it off, and I see that GPIO 15 has been changed to a 1, which grounds that, and the label's West receiver off. I can also ask the client to tell me which server we're attached to.
Connected to the K8SN Moline voter server.
Thank you, packet loss. So there you go. So that's basically the rundown of this box. The next step I will do is I will take it to the repeater site, where we will interface it to the repeater controller using these interface pins right here, which I've already have pinned out exactly like the other other controller was. So I should just be able to plug them in and go, and we should be able to walk right away. So we'll see how that works out. Maybe this week yet. Maybe this weekend. I don't know. Depends when I have time. Thanks for watching. See ya.